Alright, what's going on YouTube? This is your boy Loaded X Liam here, welcoming you to week 3 of the recap show. Nah, fuck that shit. It's your boy PXG Cash Howard, coach of the Neo Kings, bringing you to the recap show. Now, both Liam and Connor are not able to attend. They're having a tea party somewhere. So, instead, we got for you the boy, CB Hulk, coach of the Brooklyn Caesars.
Hey, what's good, guys?
We got, again, as a special guest, the Season 3 champion and coach of the Seattle Sharingan Superiors, Lindomar.
Bang.
And we got a second special guest this week. We got the Alolan Sub-Zero himself and top threat of the league.
Up, actually.
Speak up, Shane. Tell him who you be.
I'm a person. That's about it.
Alright. So, we're at week 3 of the league. Still early on, anything can kind of happen kind of thing. So, let's go talk about the first match, which is ironically the quickest match that I actually recorded this week. The Waterville Weaviles versus the Rochester Rhydons.
Oh, boy.
Oh, this game. Oh, that's right. This game was the best game out there because it was so quick.
How many turns?
How many turns was this match? I don't remember the count. I want to say maybe 15.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's not much I can really say. Just Sylveon dead things. Then
Okay,
a
so
forfeit.
I was there with Pum. Like me, Pum, Liam, we're all there to help. Help him come up with the idea. So we did make the idea of look. So we saw that Sylveon pretty much ran through his team because he didn't really have any answers to, as Liam has absolutely pointed it out, and I can't count how many times, but he's pointed this out. It's just that Nate's team just loses immediately to some form of setup, especially since his Clefable can't really deal back with it, even if it is unaware, which we will talk about because he was a little bit angry because Nate did this week, did want to run Mudslap Clefable with unaware, but as I've been told from Cash, who is the Jennings Coloris, he told me,
My name is Chorus, sir.
whatever.
Don't you whatever me?
Get it right.
Whatever. Cash pointed out that Unaware and Mudslap are not compatible together, and despite what Showdown might say, it's illegal. So
Showdown won't let you use anything as long as the Pokemon kind of learns it, and they only really go into full details usually with the legendary Pokemon than they do everything else. So
right.
Clefable does learn does have Unaware as an ability. Clefable can learn Mudslap. So the system would be like, hey, these two things, can work together.
Right.
The issue is, Unaware was an ability introduced in Gen 5. Mudslap is only something Clefable can get from past gens before hidden abilities were a thing.
Right.
And since it's not breedable through egg moves, it's an illegal site. You can't have it.
Thank goodness it is.
Yeah, that will. I feel that somebody would abuse that if they could.
Yeah, which Iraqi Nate wanted to use and is not able to, so I think what had happened was he was opted to just take the Mudslap and not have Unaware. So I don't know if that would have actually really helped much. But I think at that point, I think Sylvia would have probably just started going on a rampage anyway.
I mean, yeah, because he couldn't really beat it. Even if he got into a Calm Mind War with the Sylveon, I don't really see him winning that Calm Mind War because still, even if Clefable ignores the stat boost, it's still just going to come down to who crits who first.
There is one situation where Clefable can win against Sylveon if Nate would have brought Unaware Cosmic Power with Charge Beam. He would have 6-0 from.
Lindo, you're a mastermind of heat, I swear.
I'm looking right now at Pum's team, and Cosmic Power, Charge Beam, Palm doesn't have anything once it starts setting up, which he can really easily, unless Palm has like uh, encore Polytoad or he crits him.
There's up to chance, really.
Yeah.
That's the only way Palm could have won if he would have brought that set.
So now, you guys also saw when I recorded, the match ended up being a forfeit with Nate still having 3 Pokemon left. So based off of the ruling, it ended up being a 5-0 as Pum did lose a Pokemon in the battle anyway. So he essentially just gets...
it would have normally been a 6-0, but since it really doesn't change too much, Liam was just thinking we might as well just put it as a 5-0. It doesn't really change anything.
Yeah, which is fine. We're not up to like the later weeks where it's kind of like, yeah, that would just give you auto win or whatever the case is. Alright, so moving on, next matchup we're going to be talking about the Philadelphia Scythers versus the Floridian Typhlosions, which is Bobby versus Silver.
My boy Silver, the man.
That battle went from 0 to 100 real quick.
Right?
Scizor killed.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
Scizor killed.
Well, yeah, because he lost his resist to the Scizor, so
Yeah,
once that happened, he was just gone. There was just nothing he can do to really, and that's the part that stinks. Because I think Bobby's had some tough matches, and I know he's trying.
Yeah, because Bobby was doing really good during season 3, which is a complete 180 of how he was back in season 2.
Yeah.
What was his final standing in season 3?
Bobby made it to 8th.
Oh, so he actually got in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me and Bobby fought. We were the last fight, and then ironically, it would have been a situation where I would have probably taken Bobby out, or he could have taken me out. But our match differential compared to, I think, whoever was in 9th made it so that me and Bobby both advanced. And the other people who were kind of like going to be able to squeeze in were not able to.
Yeah, I remember.
But no, Bobby is like, the match was like a decent match. They were at a clean, I think, 5-0 for a majority of the match.
Right. It just stinks because, like, you know, you always want to root for like guys to continue their success and not like, even if it's just
Something that I don't understand is why Bobby did not bring Marowak. Because looking at Silverstein, it's only switching to the Marowak was the Hydreigon, and
that's not right. How much would Shadowbone do, Lindo, you think?
Shadowbone, I don't know what Shadowbone would be. I don't think Shadowbone is a 2-hit KO, but Flare Blitz is. I'm pretty sure it is. It's,
we're also going to assume that Hydreigon is not physically defensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
And you can switch Primarina into Hydreigon. Hydreigon cannot touch Primarina unless he's running that legendary set, Charge Beam, Charge Beam, Z-Move.
You're talking about that thing that Petra gave you, Lindo. Shush.
Why is Charge Beam now the heat move of the week?
No, that's Lindo. Lindo took that from Petra. I know.
No, that was a Petra. That was
Who
Mold.
was it then?
Ghostly Shadow.
That was Ghostly? Yeah, I thought it was Petra. Alright, well, either way, I know who Lindo took it from.
But yeah. But essentially, I guess... Go ahead.
Sorry, did I interrupt? His Primarina did not have Hidden Power Electric, which, looking again at Silver's team, his switch into Primarina is Mantine. That's it.
Right.
He didn't have Electric.
But ironically, every time he did bring out Mantine, he at least was smart enough and clicked Moonblast as opposed to like going for the water move.
Right.
Yeah.
I think he knew already at that point that unless Mantine died, he's not gonna click a water move.
Right. But I think he could have tried to be more aggressive, as what Lindo was saying. Because if he was a little bit more aggressive, I think he put Silver in a much more disadvantage. Basically, is what Lindo was trying to say. I think because like if you look at it, if he clicks HP Electric, let's say it's a 2-hit KO, that forces Silver to have to try to play around now more, and puts more pressure on Silver to try to deal with this Primarina instead of Bobby having to play more on the defensive side of it. Really,
I know he didn't really have that much of a defensive team though, so it kind of screws him in the end.
Yeah, I think his defensive poke was Muck and Primarina, I guess, in a sense. He had Amper Bomb, Muck, Primarina, Swallow, Miss Magus, and Garchomp.
Okay, so not really like.
And even then, neither one of them were good at taking physical abuse. So
Yeah,
it's-
I don't remember seeing any move from the Swallow. Was it special or physical?
Oh, we don't know because they got bullet punched.
yeah, I think it just got clean killed by Scizor right when it came in.
Once, what was it? Once he lost his Rhyperior, he threw out Scizor. Everything just started eating bullet punches.
He kind of needed the Garchomp.
Yeah, kind of did.
I don't think he was expecting to die from Rhyperior.
I mean, you
Because
should.
He kind of underestimated how bulky it was.
Yeah, because I
And
know.
went for a Dragon Claw on it, but that thing is actually really fat and
Very strong.
My guess is he didn't want to go for
Yeah.
Earthquake with 3 pokes in the background and were able to avoid it.
yeah.
So he said maybe a Dragon Claw would do it. It got down to the red. It wasn't enough. One Ice Punch from Rhyperior did kill it.
Oh yeah, one Ice Punch is
Yeah.
overkill on that thing.
And then even with the rough skin, it wasn't able to kill.
Damn.
Well, at that point, it didn't really matter because once that thing dies, Scizor comes in and just kills everything.
Yeah, at that point,
That's what happened.
Scizor came in and literally bullet punched the last 4 pokes that Bobby had left.
Yeah.
Which went from like a sim. You would think at that point because the match is still gonna go on. That literally was the end. Everything just started getting bullet punched. See, what's the next match we got? The London Luxrays and the Falls Furfro.
So Liam versus Napalm.
Yes. Now, this match kind of went, your very stable back and forth kind of thing, and which is ironic because it's Napalm's Mad Scientist sets versus Liam. I can probably imagine that Napalm wasn't expecting to die in one hit from Gyarados because of the crit,
Probably not.
so that may have threw him like kind of out of a loop there.
I mean, the Gyarados intimidated the Garchomp, so I would assume he would switch,
Sure.
right?
Let me see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he intimidated the Sharpedo at that point, so Sharpedo is at -1. And then he went for a bounce, even though Sharpedo already revealed, I think at that point, Protect?
Yeah, I don't know what he was thinking there. Maybe he wanted to make like a huge read or something. I don't know. Maybe predicting, I don't know, Dragalagy to switch in. I don't know.
No, you. I wouldn't even switch that in, and as much as I get nervous, even I know Dragalagy has nothing when it comes to physical defense. But they kept literally going back and forth. I am kind of surprised that Napalm chose to stay in with Dragalagy versus Victini.
Yeah.
One Zen was enough.
No,
Yeah, I would
definitely.
stay in 1 against Registeel.
Wait, what?
Against a Registeel, Sharpedo, you should have not stay in. You always switch out.
Oh yeah, I think he went for the Protect that turn. That was when he first revealed he had Protect.
Yeah,
So I think he was expecting the T-Wave.
and he dodged it.
Yeah, he ended up dodging. I remember that. He went for the Stealth Rocks, then he went for the Thunder Wave, and then he got the dodge. Yeah, that Yellow Magic is no longer 100% accurate, so...
Hey.
So I want to say... Like I said, the match was still decent. Napalm kind of started fighting back a little bit towards the later part. He was able to Z-taunt the Victini.
Yeah, I really like that play. If he would have gotten a freeze on the Bulu, he might have made a comeback.
Possibly.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah, I think he might have made a comeback.
he got him down to a little bit below half health. That was probably like 45% health at that point.
Yeah.
Because then at that point, all Mew would have had to do was deal with Raichu and Registeel. We know that it was a physical Mew.
And the Mew did have Dream Punch, right?
I saw Ice Punch. I saw Taunt. I
I think he
saw.
had Dream. I think.
I think it does have Drain Punch. As knockoff.
Maybe
Let me see if I can quickly find.
I think he had Dream Punch. Maybe not this week, but I remember seeing Dream Punch. I don't know if it was this week.
It might have been last week. I think all we saw was
I don't
I-
think he used it that in that game. I don't think so anyway. I don't remember
all I
it.
saw was Ice Punch, Taunt, and Knockoff.
Yeah, I think that's all they saw.
What did he do to this? I think this was a knockoff. Yeah.
Knock off Victini and then Ice Punch Bulu. And he still had Raichu and Registeel.
I feel depending on what other moves the Raichu had, it might have still been able to maybe get the kill.
What if he got the double freeze? Like, freeze the Bulu, kill it,
Freeze the
Raichu comes
Raichu?
in, freeze that thing, and you Dream Punch the Registeel.
I feel Leo would have been very mad.
Break his 3DS.
Hey, we take those.
Yeah, he'd have to take those because he can't really do anything about it at that point.
Oh yeah, but he probably will be willing to break his 3DS afterwards.
Alright, moving on from that match. Next one we got up is the Miami Manaphies and the Chesterfield Victinis. Brody versus Matt.
Match. All right.
So this is one of our two showdown matches that we had this week.
What was the other one?
Kurt and Noah.
Right.
So, kind of what I was expecting, that it was going to really come down like head-to-head kind of thing. And you can, and I already said it before we started recording, I already know what I feel was the moment that that sealed the win kind of thing.
And Brody let the Victini die. I mean, not the Victini, the Toxapex.
Yeah, once the Toxapex died, that was it.
Yeah.
But it was still a weird, it was a weird match still regardless. As we know, Matt's running the standard rating team.
Pelipper was the last one standing.
Yeah, he did bring the what is it? What's this thing called? The Buzzwall again?
Yeah.
I was kind of having the same feeling like last time where I was like, oh god, the Buzzwall's gonna do something, like how it almost helped versus you, Chris.
Yeah.
But he let that thing die, I think, super early. And I think it was because of Pelipper that killed it.
Yeah.
Because I think we talked about it in your match too. That although Buzzwall is it's decent, it can actually make comebacks. We've seen it happen. It's not very especially defensive.
Well, yeah, Brody was running.
Flying too. That's also a factor.
Yeah, because he's Hurricane.
Well,
Yeah, that's just gonna destroy it. Like it's not recovering from that. It's just its career's over.
pretty much. I mean, still like. Brody was running this Brody likes to run this very weird defensive Buzzwole so that Beast Boost just boosts his defense constantly.
Yeah, I noticed. He does do that. He's been doing that a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah, and to me, like, I understand it, but like at the same time, I look at his team and I'm like, why? He has a I see a Gliscor, I see a Delmise, I see a Toxapex. I don't see
the reason for it.
Yeah, like I would think he'd run more offensive of a
And Togekiss too.
Yeah, too. Like, you know, see, like, because like I see plenty of ways where he can use something else as a wall instead of the Buzzwole. Because like it already has. I don't think you need to really invest in the defense. I think you'd rather just go and attack, and just let it do what it does best, and just let it boost its attack instead of its defense. Because I don't know. To me, I just don't see the need to carry that.
Maybe he's trying to show Nate what bulky offense looks like. Ooh.
That's
And let's
Brody, is that what you trying to do, Brody? Let us know.
And it's not a set.
All right, so
and
never mind.
there's the response.
Not a set.
that is not a set.
Just use Bozo like everyone else. Just use the standard set. Plus attack, every beast boost, not defense. You're bulking up.
Exactly.
So not a set. That's it.
As
Yeah,
in-
because, okay, every time Bozo gets a bulk up and your max attack, you kill something, you're getting a +1. And Bozo, I think, has like, correct me if I'm wrong, like 128?
137.
Worse. So it's one-shotting everything or Twitter KOing everything. So I think you should use that beast boost attack race instead of defense because you're really bulking up, so you're getting that +1 defense instead of um, getting plus defense every turn when you kill something. Go for that plus attack.
Right. I agree, Linda.
Okay.
I think he's just better off if he just sticks to offensive instead of defensive.
I see what. Now if he goes fully offense and starts destroying house, we know who to thank for that.
You're welcome.
Me and Linda will take the credit.
He'll be like, "Hey, look, he overranked both of you in the stand." He's like, damn it. Alright, so moving on to the second match that happened in Showdown. The Adelaide Absols versus the New York Galerks. So now,
Kurt versus Noah.
alright. So I'm gonna say this as the former owner of Suicune.
You mean user, not really owner?
I own the damn thing.
User.
I am the owner of it.
Alright, there, Cash.
Alright.
I got
What do you say?
Alright. So I had it. Remember, I
Must
had
be
it.
very proud.
I had a season 2, and I had a season 3,
Yeah.
and neither of those 2 seasons did you guys ever see me go that crazy call minding. And that wasn't even me being nice to you guys.
Right.
It was more the fact that no one will ever let me get, I think, at most 2. If I tried versus Lindo would probably smack me with something, Dragon Tail me, like, nah, stop it.
I had Lantern.
Yeah, I think that season,
I
one of
remember.
those seasons,
Yeah.
I know you had Lantern, so yeah. There was one where CB had a Heliolisk. It's like you guys are kind of like, nah, stop it.
I'm not happy.
So it's like, and you guys know, like, it may not be the biggest threat in the entire like list, but you see it, you have to still prepare for it.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
I could have, like, let's say I could have Lindo's current team right now, his entire roster of folks, and drop Suicune also at the side. You'd be like, damn, he has Landorus, he has Kyurem, but you still gotta take note of that Suicune right there at that bottom. Because if it sets up, it's gonna go crazy, and look what happened in this match. I think he got up to +4, he got to 3 or 4, and this is before at the end result when he got up to 6. Because I think all Noah did was he tricked it a Toxic Orb.
Yeah.
Lefty.
Yeah, and then
And
started
And
sending
then
spikes.
he just rusted it, and then he just rusted it off, didn't he?
Yeah,
So it
Yeah.
did. So yeah, pretty much did nothing.
because all it does is that every time that he's awake at that point, the orb will activate again.
Right.
But Kurt's gonna recover it anyway because he's gonna sleep at some point anyway. So
Well,
essentially, all you're essentially doing is just kind of forcing Kurt. Let's say, after 3 more attacks, I'm gonna have to rest. But
he let him get like 2+3 or 4 or something. By then, it's already strong enough to take out like 3 or 2 months of on the opposing team. So, and still, Kurt had like Landorus, Coco, and Darmanitan, which, looking now at who's the owner of the New York Golders again?
that's Noah.
Yeah, Noah. I don't want to sound rude, but you did not prep very well against this week, even though you had the nasty plot thingy.
Didn't
the
he drop something for the Articuno?
He
Yes, he
dropped.
dropped, Ninetales?
Yeah, he dropped the lower
Yeah.
Ninetales. And I think, and we talked about that last week that we none of
Yeah,
us agreed
I
with
think I remember
Articuno
that.
coming on the team, and that dropping, especially because at that point I don't think he ever even used the Alolan Ninetales.
No, he didn't. I don't think he used it against me on our week 1 match. So no, I don't think he ever did.
Yeah, hold on, let me look at the stats real quick. But I do believe he never actually officially used the the Alolan Ninetales never came out on the team before he got traded.
Ninetales could have been clutch because alone Ninetales gets freeze dry and encore.
Yeah, so he could have locked him into the Calm Mind. Actually, not
Yeah,
even
you
then.
can also him and then like nasty plot alongside the Suicune if you want, and then start spamming freeze dry.
What I would have done, ironically, alright, he's setting up Calm Minds, right? Go into Articuno early on, whirlwind them out. That way, no more stat boosts. And then proceed from there.
Don't let him set up, never.
And I think that's one of the other things you usually have to do too when it comes to Articuno. find a way to reset the stats, whether roar them out, whirlwind them out, or if you want to be bold and psych up and steal the stat boost. But literally, what the match literally came down to was that I remember seeing was Calm Minds, Skull Burns, Resting, and
basically Suicune being Suicune.
Yeah, because he never swapped out from Suicune at all.
No, I don't think he did.
No.
Is it kind of like one by one he'll attack? Does he get the burn? Yes. Attack again? Dead. If they were in that frail in the first place. But I know I think like Lucario, I think only took one hit was enough.
Yeah.
I think Nidoqueen was one hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Porygon Z was sashed but got burned.
Yeah, rip.
Klefki got burned, but that wouldn't have mattered because he still killed it in the end anyway. Actually, no, he started off with Darm, so okay. So there was other pokes in the screen at once.
If anything, maybe he could have used like switcheroo with Choice Bandit just for the Suicune if you wanna like lock it in. I mean, it's really risky to lock in use switcheroo Choice Band on the Klefki to just for the Suicune, but that could have been like a check to it because you're locking it into one move.
Yeah, but Kurt knows that because Kurt did that to me one season and he gave me a scarf and I ended up going crazy with Suicune.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I remember that too.
And it's because I think it was Zork was pretending to be Chandelure. And I noticed that he didn't take enough damage from the rocks. I'm
The rocks.
I'm like, I'm not clicking Calm Mind, let me just go for Scald. Yeah, he tricked it. I was probably thinking, yes, I got
I
him.
remember that catch. And then he was gonna sub up with his Mega Gyarados versus your Suicune, and then click DD and win. But then you got the burn. So it was over.
So I did look. Okay, so it wasn't there the entire match. It was literally Beware versus Latios. Kurt swapped out Beware, went into Darm. Darm almost died from the Psychic. Went for U-turn, got a crit, and killed Latios. And then went into Suicune, and at that point, the Suicune stuff.
Okay.
Because I feel losing Latios that early was probably a big thing for
Nate, Noah.
for Noah also.
Yeah.
But it's not the bulky of the Lati, but I don't. A one U-turn though. It's probably that Darm was probably
Scarfed. I'm pretty sure it was scarfed.
Yeah, it was Scarf and they did go first. Yeah, so a Scarf Darm got the crit, but that is the game that we play.
Mm-hmm.
The game that we love so much.
Yeah, and at that point, how we said, it was free. It was calm minding, burning, crits, sleeping, and then the 6-0 for the Adelaide Absols. I think that was their first win too.
It was.
So, more power to you, Kurt. Alright, next match, ironically we were both here. Me and Lindo. Oh, this match.
About the turn one.
Lindo, that Gigalith is not a set.
That is a set.
I refuse to admit that's a set.
It is now.
I will trap everything that I can and 1v1 them.
You saw it on my point of view. I literally from turn one, I was already mind fucked because I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I'm like looking at everything. I'm like, there's nothing I can do. That's why I kept psyching at that point. And I'm like, how the hell am I supposed to escape this thing? Like, and at first I'm like, this thing can't hurt me. Yeah. And then I saw the gravity. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, Lindo. I was like, he said something about this last week, and I'm like, I don't know why it was me that he decided of all people to use it on. Considering, and Chris can tell you this, because Chris was there when I was deciding what pokes to pick. I was on the fence for the vast majority of my pokes.
Yeah.
And Lindo in his video was like, clearly, like, he's gonna definitely bring this, and this, and this, and this. And then I look at him like, I literally, like, at a flip of a coin, decided to bring those 4 pokes he just said.
Yeah.
Now that you're in the call, I want you to explain again, why did you not bring Raikou and the
Volcanion?
the Volcanion?
Well, CB is there for me for that too. It's literally like, okay, Azelf or Raikou, Tentacruel or Volcanion. I was like, the plus side of this one is this. And like I named it to CB. The plus side of this one is this. And I'm like, in terms of the Azelf and the Raikou, I figured that what I was
Cash wanted one like setup type mon to use.
the
to be like,
Azelf. Well,
Yeah.
regardless of the fact between Azelf and Raikou, my set was gonna be kind of like the sub setup 2 attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I decided to go with Azelf mainly because of the levitate.
Yeah.
And then Azelf
Yeah.
does learn more of the variety of moves than Raikou does. So I'm like, okay, I'll just go with Azelf. And then with Volcanion and Tentacruel, I know I told CB the same thing. Both are weak to Earthquake anyway, so that doesn't really matter at that point. I think,
And we saw the Jellicent, and we were like, well, do we want to bring it?
yeah, because all Chris was like, do we want him? And I think I don't remember my exact reason why I said Tentacruel over Volcanion. I think I probably wanted the special defense bulk, I think it was. And in the end, that didn't really help me in the end either, because that's why you saw Tentacruel versus Jellicent. I literally couldn't touch the Jellicent. Because I had Rapid Spin, can't touch it. Skull, which I didn't bother using to the end just to see if you weren't fucking with me and brought like Curse Body. Alright, don't tell me let me just check that he's not Curse Body for some random reason, just to be a jerk. And then yeah, like okay, it was Water Absorb. I had Ice Beam and I had Toxic Spikes.
Yeah.
But ironically, the Toxic Spikes did help me towards the end because I was able to kind of turn things around kinda towards the middle part.
Yeah.
But the freeze did
that freeze hurt so badly.
The good thing is that Lindo is not like Liam. And I even heard it because Lindo literally records things like, live.
Yeah.
Lindo's kind of like, oh shit. Like, that was big. Like, oh my god. Like, I'm so sorry. Whereas Liam would have just been sitting there like, yeah, I prayed for that. I actually wanted that to happen. Liam did it to me season 2. Like the match was hacks all around, regardless of the fact. But once he got that freeze, like, he literally told me at the end, he's like, Cash, I'm gonna tell you something right now. While the match was hacks both ways, it wasn't nothing major anyway, I prayed to get that freeze on you. And he got it. Like, one ice punch got the freeze.
Yeah.
And Lindo even said it. Lindo's like, he went for Ice Beam like 20 times, didn't get a freeze. I go for one, it's like, rip. But my intention was, ironically, I'm like, okay, he probably has Scald. I just want to freeze it so I can switch out and go into something else safely. Because, like I said, at that point, I couldn't even hit him with anything else that Tentacruel had. So in the end, I'm like, I might as well just sack it. So that's the only reason I kept using Ice Beam.
Right.
Hey, I thought you were gonna bring Raikou because if you would have brought like the event Raikou with Aura Sphere, like Thunderbolt, Aura Sphere, HPIs, those 3 coverages cover most of my teams because Aura Sphere hits them.
Like we did talk about that, Lindo, but
Oh, the nature. That's what. See, I remember CB was like, no, the nature's not gonna help you because it's the negative special defense nature.
and we weren't really confident in like wanting to bring that.
But the thing is, if you would have brought that set, then you would have kept me guessing. But then again, I had my
He had Celebi.
my
And him
Gigalith.
Power Ice really.
Doesn't damage
And that too.
But the thing is, I would be scared of switching in my Lando on the Raikou just for that HPIs.
But now here's the
Because I
thing.
would rather use Berry.
And it's funny because I don't think you yourself noticed it probably later on, like when I did too. Because I calced it with CV. The hidden power ice from Diancie should have killed Lando in the end. And what happened? Yeah, that's what happened. I forgot about it. And when you watching your video, like, you forgot about it too. That you clicked that like 2 or 3 turns ago because you're like, why did that do so little? And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, I calced this with CV. The hidden power ice should have killed because like I literally, Linda, you're gonna laugh at this too. That Diancie is your Diancie that you used versus me last season.
Huh?
The one that you used in the playoffs?
Yeah.
That's literally that same Diancie.
Wait. The same spread or
That's
same?
Sarada.
That's Sarada.
Oh, right, the Shadow Berry.
It's literally I just got rid of Jaraball because it wouldn't have helped me in that match.
Yeah. but we were Shaka, so in case if you did EQ, we lived the hit, and you know.
That's why in the end I'm like, I should be fine. You know, I'm gonna be able to eat an earthquake. Like I calced it. Like CV was like, I don't think you're gonna live. I'm like, no, I calced this 100%. Like we brought this one, we brought this kind. I'm like, I should live it, and I can HP ice it in return, and it will die.
Yeah.
So when you didn't die, I'm like, what happened? I calced this. This is the only calc I've ever done in my life, and it didn't work. And then I realized, going back, the light screen. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Does trick room matter if you were trick room?
If I would
'Cause
have,
I don't.
no, I didn't. Trick room is all a counter thing. I ain't about that life.
We thought about it, but not really.
For me to do something like that, I have to like be like 100% guaranteed, like how I did the rock polished Diancie last season versus Noah.
Yeah.
Like I think it was Connor I talked about with this. I'm like, Connor, correct me if I'm wrong. If I get rid of his Sableye, and no, not his. If I get rid of his Caesar, who was the biggest problem that he had,
Yeah.
I'm like, and I'm able to get a rock polish off. Can he stop me? And Connor said, realistically speaking, he can. But the one thing I have to do is get rid of the Caesar. And Noah let me kill Caesar early on with a Heat Wave from Tornadus.
Yeah.
And then Connor literally told me, like, the one poke that would be easy for you to set up on would be the Sableye. I set up on the Sableye, got the +2, and then went crazy.
Yep.
So that was like the only other time like I would ever do something that kind of like speed related. But usually at this point it's kind of okay. I look at what's the one big threat and kind of go from there. And if I can't figure one out, or if like you have multiple, like in your case, literally you have multiple threats on your team, it's kind of one of those situations where it's like, okay, build half for this one, half for that one.
Yeah.
But my overall thing, I told CB, like, my one poke that I was going to bring to, like, sub and, like, set up would be able to do a lot of damage because of the way I was going to build them. Like I told you, I built A's up was modest. It wasn't timid.
Yeah, because we figured we'd outspeed everything anyways.
So I'm like, you know what? If I can do it safely, which I did, I was able to hide behind the sub safely. I set up the nasty plot. I'm like, I don't... But like I said, I'm not calculating if this is going to kill or not, but you would think a +2 psychic, and I think most of your pokes I don't think resisted it besides Fortress.
Fortress, yeah.
And whoever did resist psychic, I had the flamethrower.
Celebi, I don't know. Yeah, Celebi also resists.
Yeah, whoever resisted psychic, I have flamethrower for them. So that's why I kind of like went for it. But then yeah, I wasn't expecting to get frozen like immediately.
Oh, by the way, the rule was with my EVs. I don't think I have the calc anymore, but I'm pretty sure I was at like 225 hit points, and the highest roll would have been like 230 hit points.
So it was a roll.
Yeah, so it was like a roll in my favor, I think.
Yeah.
Because you needed like 5 more hit points to get that 1-hit KO.
Yeah.
The one thing is I wasn't expecting the Curum to live. That I wasn't expecting.
Did not expect that.
But then, like I said, okay, the poison damage, I'm like, okay, it should be good. And then you lived, I don't know how much, I forgot how much HP you had left.
6 or 9.
I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But at least because of the poison, I was able to get rid of it anyway. But yeah, it was still a good match. Me and Lynn always have good matches somehow. Even though I'm a nervous wreck for half of the match, half of the time of the match anyway. It still ends up being a decent match in the end anyway.
Always.
All right, so speaking of good matches, the Plymouth Porygon Z versus the El Paso Entei. Or as we like to call it, the Blaze Saga.
The Blaze Saga.
The Blaze Saga.
Okay.
I like that.
Alright, so if we thought Brody and Buzzwall versus CB was something, then we got what was it? What was the Pokemon? It was Stundy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thunderous, yeah.
Yeah, it was Thunderous Incarnate was little by little eliminating Connor's pokes one by one. Hold on, let me see if I can get exactly what was that final let's see. I don't think it was already down. Yeah, it was. It was 1v
one. I think it was 1v. Yeah, 1v5.
Yeah, it was 1v5. And I think it was Liam has said it before. When you get to that point, you're like, okay, just kind of like nothing I can do kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Blaze kind of like went.
Blaze went like.
Blaze hit a Hail Mary.
Yeah, Blaze had to click a button and got the Hail Mary. I guess that's the best way.
One by one, started hitting all of what is it? Connor's folks one by one. Then getting hit by Magirna is probably what ended up stopping the whole streak. Because it didn't kill,
Magirna.
but did enough.
Yeah.
That every time Blaze eliminated one of the other pokes, the recoil was enough to bring his health down.
Yeah, he tried nasty plotting on it.
He did nasty. He got the nasty plot. I'm guessing, based off of probably the pokes that were left, I can see why he wanted to nasty plot.
Definitely.
Because it was Shaman. At that point, when he nasty played Shaman, Magirna, and Galvantula, the only one out of the three that doesn't resist electricity was Magirna. So maybe he wanted to make sure he got the guaranteed kill.
Yeah, just problem is Thunderous just can't take hits.
Yeah. So it's like I feel kind of bad because this saga, like I said, this is the Blaze saga where it's kind of like every time he's getting close to it, something kind of like stops him.
Yeah.
But as you guys remember, Liam has already had put that he's gonna get top 5 by the end of this entire league.
Yeah, and Liam is sticking by that.
Yeah, Liam is like he's saying, yeah, this is gonna happen. The funny thing is that if you'd have asked Liam to sort everyone in order, he probably won't do it.
No,
But yeah, he's definitely not gonna do it. But he will say that in the end, he's gonna be the top 5. So I'm already holding that against Liam.
Yeah, you need to hold that against him.
Yeah. So now, ironically, the last match that we talk about, the Wilmington Crowbats and the Brooklyn Caesars, aka the BFFs of the league.
Me and Shane.
Shane and CV. So
Yeah.
you guys can tell us what happened in your match.
Oh boy, where do we start?
I guess we can start with the first big thing, which was the Azu versus the Komomo.
Yeah, and it lived on 1 HP.
I think it was less. It was a little bit more than that, but yeah, it was pretty.
It looked like 1 to me.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Whatever.
Yeah,
it was.
we all know what that. Yeah, we all get the point.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I'm looking at it right now. It looks to me like it's about 5 HP or less.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably around there. Yeah.
should have brought Adamant. Looking back, I don't know why I didn't.
What's that rule?
Yes.
And it was a roll, I think.
Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
plus
'cause I
1
remember
poison
I showed
drag.
it to Shane after the match ended.
I don't do a calc, so you guys can tell me that one.
Let me go through my DMs with you, Shane, because I know I posted it to you.
Yeah, I know you did post something there. I remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, to me, recording it looked like
yeah.
it was guaranteed below 5 HP.
Yeah. So +1, 252 attack, Como to 236 HP, 0 defense. Azu does 71 to 84%, and Azu was just around that, like percentage wise.
Yeah.
Yep,
It was a roll.
Yeah.
it was.
And since the Azu lived, it hit the play rough. Shane lost his Como, and I think that's where it started to downfall for him.
I had some moments. It was
Now, I
still
will
the
say-
beginning.
I will say the funniest thing, because I know I talked to CV about it later when I was recording, because you could clearly tell CV really wants to land that magma storm,
Oh
so he can bloom doom. And every time he clicked magma storm, it was a
I
miss.
think, yeah, he literally missed every single one of. What's its accuracy?
70%.
Oh, so it's a focus miss. So that explains everything.
Iron Tail.
Yeah, so, it's
Yeah.
like,
Or Iron Tail, it's still bad.
so you could kind of tell
Yeah.
you could tell at the moment that at that point CV just kind of said fuck it and just hit the bloom doom regardless.
I knew the bloom doom was obvious.
Well, yeah, like that's why I wanted the magma storm to hit so badly. 'Cause,
Yeah, I kept protect spamming because, like, come on, it couldn't be more obvious if the Heatran was green, surrounded by flowers, and had a sign on it saying "I love grass." It was that obvious. I was waiting for that thing to come out.
I
And
just wanted to hit the Magma Storm because if I at least trap Shane with the storm, that means I at least have an easier chance of getting the Bloom Doom off.
but yeah, and that ended up costing you the heat
The
ray.
heat ray.
Yeah, the heat train died because of that.
Yeah, and then I was able to just so that was one thing that was annoying, but then that wasn't that bad. Then what was it?
Then T-Tar came in, revenge killed.
T-Tar came in, revenge killed the Vaporeon. Then Shane goes into his Dawn Fan. I go to Gourgeist. I click Will-O-Wisp. He knocks off.
Yeah, I get my rocks up, and then I pretty much send Venusaur in to kill Gourgeist.
Right. Was that Venusaur choice specs, by the way, Shane? I never got to ask. Or was that like...
Actually, it was Assault Vest.
Really?
Yes.
The Venusaur.
My Venusaur, yeah,
Oh.
for this match to help fight the Keldeo. But it failed in the end, but I decided, what the hell, let's try it.
Well, at that point you were getting you were burned. You were getting the sand damage. And then,
Yeah,
then
and the
taking icy
Keldeo
winds.
was specs because of course it was.
Yeah.
Gotta love Specs Keldeo, man.
I hate Keldeo. Like, legit. I
And now the irony about this in the end is that the both of you were like fearing like something else that the other one has.
Yeah, I remember it. Once the Keldeo killed my Venusaur, I overpredicted in the end with Noivern. I thought he would have gone into T-Tar, but he didn't.
I couldn't risk sand.
Yeah, I saw that the focus blast.
Which is funny because I had my air balloon Metagross ready.
Yeah,
I was
that's why-
saving that thing for the Excadrill because I knew that was going to be a big strategy in this game. But
What's also
Yeah.
funny is the fact that he landed the focus blast in the sand, but you didn't land the magma storm in no sand.
Yeah. Lovely.
I tried to get the revenge kill, but I got 1 HP the second time.
Yeah, I just saw the bullet punch from Metagross.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Yeah,
enough to get the kill.
So, and then with the icy wind, Keldeo breaks the balloon, and then that
And
just
I just get screwed.
that just frees
Yeah.
up T-Tar and sand.
I gotta ask, how much speed did you have in your guitar? Was it like just a creep Vaporeon, or did you actually put a lot of speed in it?
No, it was just enough to creep past your min speed Vaporeon and your min speed Donphan.
Oh,
was-
so
Your Metagross would have outsped me, yes.
yeah, that's what cost it.
But I know the T-Tar though, Shane, was strong enough, was built to be able to live at least one mash.
I had Hammer Arm.
Okay, so never mind.
There was one play that I think Shane you could have made differently because against the Keldeo, I think he went for the Rapid Spade, correct?
Did I go for the Rapid Spin? I don't. Did but
Yes.
Donphan even get killed by Keldeo, or was it killed by Exca in the end?
No, it was killed by
Oh,
accident.
wait, no, you switched out.
Yeah,
Because,
he
okay, no, wait. The thing is, you went for the Rapid Spin on the T-Tar.
yeah, and I just crunch it.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, now I remember.
Okay,
Yeah,
then you went for the Rapid Spin on
Are you
the
talking about when I
T-Tar.
switched Donphan out into Venusaur against Keldeo? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah. Okay, maybe if you would have clicked Earthquake against the T-Tar, as Keldeo would have switched in.
Yeah, would have
Yeah.
done enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have
was
made a
better.
difference.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was burn also, so that was another thing.
Yeah,
still,
but remember, the Keldeo at the end was at 1 HP.
Yeah.
The Burn Earthquake would have made enough of a difference, and then Metagross pretty much had the game won there.
yeah.
But I didn't think that.
was the Noivern specs?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it was.
Because if you were, why were your specs actually? Life work.
I don't know.
Maybe not
Sometimes I do
U-turn?
because I also stick U-turn on it just to get some pivot for that match.
Right.
So yeah, sometimes I just don't want to. And I know because I have the Stealth Rock weakness and everything, I just didn't want to take the extra damage for that because U-turn's going to do nothing either way.
Yeah.
Right.
That was still an interesting match regardless.
It
What?
was.
Yeah.
The bullet punch grows criticalio.
Then that would have.
Then I would have won.
Yeah, I probably would have got pushed him over. Because I would have had to gone into.
You had to go to T-Tar to get the stands to get your stand up. Then I
Right.
hammer arm it, kill it, and then
And then I'd have to go to a hit. I'd have to.
and then you have to hope for a flinch.
Yeah. If I got the Iron Head flinch, then maybe I'd have a chance.
Because between 2 Life Orb recoils, a hammer arm, and a bullet punch. There's no way Exca would have survived all that.
No way.
And then I think, Don Fan in the end just wins it for me by living.
Yeah.
Alright, so now that I just remembered too. So Shane, when you fought, because I remember we literally had this entire like debate, and that technically started because of Lindo. But we found out some stuff afterwards. So when you fought Nate, right?
Yeah.
I guess you guys got DC'd.
Oh, right. Yeah, that. I remember. Yeah, basically, we DC'd third turn, and we were just basically trying to recreate the battle there. I was just... Because, I missed the first turn there, or the sleep powder there. He got his shell smash off. I basically kind of decided, like, I'd just spam it just so he could get his shell smash off so we could kind of start from where we were. But eventually we just decided it didn't go that way exactly when the game went on, so we just kind of went from there.
Yeah, because me and Linda were just sitting there like
I remember.
Shane clicked it like 3-4 times in a row. Like
that's why I hadn't forgotten. I mean, I guess technically probably would have made more sense if I had just done Leech Seed instead, just to avoid that in case that happened. But
at least it was because you guys had DC, so you guys were just trying to recreate.
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't. I wasn't trying to break sleep clause or anything. No.
She's like, come
Liam
on.
said you forgot.
Yeah, because we're like, okay, Shane's good. I don't think Shane would forget. Like, even at most, we'd give you 1. But that was like 3.
No, there was a reason for that. That's
Liam,
what happened there.
do not forget.
Or because Liam was just like, no, he probably forgot. He was trying to just break sleep clause.
Never. I don't think you should ever trust what Liam says. I'm beginning to notice that. Never trust anything.
Because Liam legit,
says.
like, because me and Linda were kind of arguing, no, Shane knows what he's doing. I don't think Shane would just, whatever. He would have got, people would have broke sleep clause. Like, and Linda was like, but what would have happened? I could just picture like Linda getting closer to Liam's like face, but what would have happened? Because he legit was just like trying not to say what would have happened until he finally just went out and just said it. Alright, so that literally was the end of the matches for week 3 of the league. We do have some drops that were done. First one we got is the Adelaide Absols are dropping Zorork and picking up Mesprit. Thoughts?
Where's Kurt? Find this kid. Way wet.
Hey,
So, he dropped.
Zorork.
I can. That's fine with me because he still has a fast dark type for ninja, so I'm okay with that. And Mesprit has Wish.
Yeah, that's true. It does, Linda.
I'm guessing he probably like, I don't want to do too much gimmicky because I know he loves Ditto and Zorork together usually.
Oh.
So maybe he's trying to. So maybe he's trying to limit it, I guess now. Like, I ain't gonna go too gimmicky this time around. But he does have a whole bunch of other pokes that could probably pick up the slack anyway.
Yeah, he's got Coco and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah.
So.
Darm.
Yeah, he's got threats.
Yeah, so he'll be good at least with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Next, the Philadelphia Scythers are dropping Leafeon and picking up Lantern.
For something Lindo used back in the day.
Leafeon's just not that good. I'm sorry. It's just not. Its stats are just kind of out there, and its move pool is garbage. I hate to say it, but it really isn't that good.
At least he dropped Leafeon. It's better to drop Leafeon for Lantern because he already has, if I'm not mistaken, Virizion, which is the grass type.
Yeah, so Virizeon's definitely better than Leafeon is.
But I know Leafeon is what? The attack and...
Attack and defense one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, aside from maybe Flareon, it's probably the worst EV Pokemon. It might even be worse, in all honesty, because Flareon did get buffed a little bit.
But I know back in, in last gen, I think it was in Leafeon was in PU, as was Flareon, and I think so was Glaceon.
Yeah.
What's Glaceon PU? I
Yeah.
thought that was just NU. Oh.
Yeah, that's PU.
Well, they're the bottom 3.
Well, it's because the three of them can't really take a hit. Their biggest issue.
Well, Flareon's got good speed offense,
but no HP and no defense and no speed.
Yeah.
So it still sucks.
Yeah, Leafeon has no HP and no special defense.
With great attack and defense.
Yeah, it has 110, 130, and then 95 speed, which is decent. If you get in a Sun team, it
would be okay if it just had a better move pool. But literally, I think, what does it get? Like
for physical,
Leaf Blade and X Scissor, and that's literally it.
Knockoff.
And knockoff, which there's better things to use knockoff.
I'm surprised they didn't give it that new move that Formantis has, which is like the physical solar beam.
The Solar Blade, which that actually probably would make it a bit better, but
that'd be a staple on Sun teams at that point.
It would be, but yeah, Leafeon's just bad.
That would have been great. Solar Blade.
Yeah, if they would have got Solar Blade.
Yeah, that would have made him at least decent.
At least usable, but as it is, Leafeon is just bad.
So at least he picked up something better for it.
I agree. Lantern's definitely better than Leaf.
I think he only did bring it at least for one match. He probably realized it wasn't working. And,
Against me.
Against you, yeah. Even if this isn't gonna help out. Let's switch out for something better. So now, they actually made a drop. We got
holy shit, guys! Nate did a drop,
but it wasn't Chansey. It wasn't Chansey.
Yeah, bring me along.
He dropped Drampa for Kong.
That's more bulky offense.
Yeah,
that actually is bulk. Kong is actually a kind of a staple. That's actually kind of a if you're thinking bulky offense, Kong is an easy choice because real bulk, drain punch. That's a start to what he's trying to do.
And even if you status it, you'll probably be helping him out in the long run anyway.
Guts.
And he can run it on Trick Room.
Yep.
So, look, so he's listening, Liam. Look, he's listening somewhat. Look, we got Conk.
It's a start.
Although dropping Drampa, which I don't think it wasn't his Soul Dragon type.
Yes, it was. Still his other trade.
Yeah, because of the other trade that we're gonna talk about in a sec. That essentially was his what is it? Drampa's kind of his universal special attacker, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah.
Well, Fable can do that too if he actually runs it correctly.
Yeah, he also has Celestia, right?
Celestia?
Yeah, he has Celestia.
So
Celestia could be either or too, I guess. Yeah.
But
Just gets Earthquake and Flamethrower.
Celestia is usually very what is it? You run Air Slash, Flash Cannon, Flamethrower. If you're gonna run it physical, it's Heavy Slam and
You can also run Giga Drain too if you really want recovery.
Yeah.
Celestial is actually not that bad offensively. I mean, people sleep on it.
I know it's decent. It's just kind of one of those posts that you don't want to see anyway. But it is decent.
Like Lindo was sleeping on Tectonic Rage Celesteela.
That is not a set.
It is a set, Lindo.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
Tectonic what?
I don't know. Maybe I'm just not thinking. But
come on. Stone Edge Celesteela. Nice and great way to catch something. Like Salamence. Anything, Lindo. Like, think Salamence can stay on it, thinking, like, oh, I can just Dragon Dance in this thing's face or whatever. Or, oh, hey, a
Charizard.
Oh, I'm going to hit this thing with a Tectonic Rage. Jet.
Yeah, it really isn't a set, honestly. I take back what I said.
Now that you put it like that, it is not a set. No. Alright, so, using his last possible switch, because I don't know who told him to use most of them before the league started, the London Lux Rays are dropping Alakazam and picking up X-Cloud.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's right. They did pick up the Boom Bitch.
Specs, Boom Burst, you just die.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you know right now, I have a switch in, so don't bring it against me.
What's your switch in?
What's your switch in?
I can't tell.
He can't say it. He says it, then Liam's going to build against it.
It gets scrappy, I think, so it's not Jellicent.
I promise you I will switch in. If I don't have one, I will make one.
He'll find a way.
I wonder if he forgot about the scrappy.
He really does. Lindo's just like the
Let me
Lindo's
see.
just like
I will
a
trap it.
Leonardo da Vinci of Pokemon.
He has to prove his point.
I
Yeah.
will trap it if I have to. I promise. I
Oh
will trap it.
God, Lindo, you're obsessed with trapping something.
Yes, he is. Luckily, that's another reason why I just ended up just doing. I went for the Z water thingy Lando's gonna stay in, but when he went for Gigalith, I'm like, I'll take this too. Die, you're not a set. I refuse to admit that Gigalith was a set.
I saw it coming a mile away. The Hydro Vortex. I was prepared for that.
Saw that from a mile away? No way, Lindo.
Yes, I did, because Landorus would be my switch into a Scolipede, which I forgot to say. I did not expect you to bring that team because I have Fortress, Jellicent, and a couple of more checks to it.
Yeah, Lindo, but they're checks. We could have warned. We were thinking, all right, if Azoth does its work, it cleans up. Or if Scolipede does it, Scolipede cleans up. Like one or the other is gonna clean, Lindo. That's what we thought.
Yeah, we weren't expecting the freeze to do the cleaning up.
Yeah, that too.
All right. So the final swap, Nate again. This time is doing a trade with the Miami Manaphies. Necrozma and Haxorus are switching homes.
Right.
Haxorus, there you go. One of Chris's favorites.
Yeah, it actually was, and I don't actually have it this time. I have a Flygon.
So now this is the interesting thing, because Nate
that's
literally
kinda downgrade,
wrote it
right?
in the chat, and I think he at everyone and said, "I am not trading Celesteela and Necrozma, so don't ask for it." And then we get this.
I was willing to give him Curum.
For what?
You wouldn't have given him Kyurem.
I would have given Curum
No,
for
you
Axe.
wouldn't have. No, you
For
wouldn't.
I would
Necrozma?
have been back for him.
Please.
Why, Lindo?
That's almost like asking you to trade Lando.
Oh no, hell no, Lando! Nobody's got Lando.
So, in a sense, for Nate, he'll have another poke that can actually attack.
Well, he has pure offense right now. He has a monster wall breaker right now.
In Matt's sense, I know this is probably going to give him.
That's
Yeah, because he has already Cresselia.
a good old fat psychic.
So I guess he has a. What does Necrozma even do? Stealth Rock, attack, heal.
It's Stealth Rocks, and it does a bunch of other things in mediocrity.
Yeah, Lindo has a fun SD Necrozma set.
Oh yes.
But considering
Necrozma.
But considering how Matt already uses Cresselia as is with weakness policy and whatnot,
I want to like Necrozma. I really do. I mean, I think its design is cool, and I like the idea of it, but I
It's
don't know.
lacking coverage.
It lacks. It just doesn't work. Literally, it doesn't work.
what we can say is that it looks good.
It does, but
That won't be enough.
it's just mediocre.
The coverage, and the only problem with it is the coverage.
So maybe we'll get something down the road. Who knows?
Who knows?
All right. So the current standings as of right now, week 3. In first place still is Pum, 3-0.
Bomb game.
Tied also with CB, who's 3-0. Also tied with Liam, who's 3-0. And Silver, and Connor, and Linda.
Yeah, am I on 3 or what?
But now the only reason that ends up separating everyone is differential. The differential. So
Yeah.
Pum realistically is first place by himself, even though all 6 of you have 3-0s at this time.
Yeah.
Pum has a differential 15. So that puts him in
Yeah.
first. CB, you're in second with a differential of 11.
Yep.
Then Liam, Silver, and Connor are tied up with a differential of 10. And then Lindo has the differential of 9. Then in 7th is Shane, who's 2-1.
Damn you, CB. That's all I gotta say. You're freaking 1 HP crap. Literally. 1 more damage. 1 more on that damn Keldeo, and it was mine.
So now Kurt moves up and is now in 8th. Went up 3 spaces, so I think Kurt was around 11 and 12 last time.
Yeah, Kurt's improving. Go, Kurt.
Kurt got a 6-0, an easy 6-0. That's why he's up there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm now in 9th. Napalm is in 10th. Matt's in 11th. Blaze is in 12th, dropping down 2 spaces. So how is Liam's little thing working out? I don't know.
He's bouncing back.
He's
Don't
in
worry.
the inverse top 5. He's in the bottom 5.
He'll bounce back.
Brody.
Don't listen to Liam.
But actually, no. Actually, wait. At this point, Blaze, Brody, Bobby, Nate, and Noah are 0-3, but differential is what's causing the differences. Matt and not Matt. Blaze with a differential of -6. Brody -9. Bobby -12, and Nate and Noah tied at a differential of -15.
Good lord.
So it's funny because the way that the sheet lists it, it shows that Nate moved up a spot, but they're both kind of tied.
That's probably why.
So yeah. And then the top 5 in terms of pokes, we're only seeing 3 coaches, with 2 of them having 2 Pokemon. Ironically, Pum in 1st and 2nd place. Salamence and Sylveon.
Of course.
Salamence 9-0. Sylveon 6-0.
And Sylveon got those from this week,
Yeah.
basically.
Silver, yeah, he got, what was it, the 5-0? Just based off of the Sylveon alone?
Yeah.
And I don't remember, CB, did we just give Sylveon 5-0 in the kills, or what?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's probably what helped it out there. Silver in 3rd place with Caesar at 6-2, which is
Again, because of this week.
The 4, I think Caesar got 4 kills with bullet punches alone.
Yep.
Magearna in 4th place, the only one that's not repeated, which is Connors at 5-0. And Silver's Thunderous Therian at 5-0 as well.
Again, because of this week.
What did Silver's Thunderous Therian do?
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the other one.
No, that was the last week. When at this point, those are still the same stats probably from last week. I don't think anyone.
I'm thinking of the other Thunderous.
Yeah, I think you have Incarnate.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that.
But I think
From the
last
Connors
week,
game, yeah.
that's when he agility'd and all that. But
Yeah.
Right,
that's-
so-
I don't think he used it this week. I think it's the fact that no one was able to actually take it out of his current spot.
Yeah.
So realistically speaking, this week is kind of made up of just the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th folks, because I don't think Salamence did anything either.
No.
Didn't.
Yeah, this
He
week.
just did a lot the last 2.
Yeah.
All right. So now looking on into the future, we got. Let's see. We got what's the nice schedule here for week 4. We've got Connor, who's gonna be taking on Bobby.
Yeah.
We got Brody, who's gonna be taking on Blaze. We got Matt, who's gonna be taking on CB.
Mm-hmm.
I just said that. I'm gonna be battling Silver.
And we have Shane versus Pum.
Oh boy.
Shane versus Pum. We got Napalm and Lindo. Noah's gonna be fighting Liam. And Nate is gonna be fighting Kurt. And I do think that's all the matches right there.
Yeah, that's all of them.
Alright. So with that brings us to the end of the week 3 recap. So I do want to thank, as always, all of our guest hosts. We got Shane, boy Lindo, and CB for joining us for this recap talk.
Anytime.
Thank you for having me.
So as always, we're gonna.
And yeah, I'm still just here.
So as always, we're gonna see if by come next week, if we're still gonna be showing that that Liam's prophecy if it's gonna be coming true. If not,
It won't. Liam's always wrong.
Damn.
I agree because Liam did say he's gonna 4-0 me, did not get the 4-0. Lindo, as you guys said, he said that X-Cloud is not gonna be able to stop him.
Nope.
So
Will, Lindo, you have no switching.
I have a switch in.
Don't.
I may have to hold
I-
that too. So he has a switch in for the X-Cloud. And then I know for a fact because he's gonna keep saying that X-Cloud is gonna guarantee come into the match.
I try bring it. Please bring it.
Alright.
Please.
So until next time, guys, we do thank you for watching. As always, like and subscribe. Keep watching more content from us here in the Worldwide Champions League. And that is it. Have a good night, guys.